Hello watcher and subscribers. In this tutorial we will go for the dictionary concept, and this concept is near about same as a list, tuples and set that we have seen in the previous tutorial. So now here we will take out a new concept, dictionary. So if you attended my previous tutorial, you can easily understand this concept. So dictionary concept that we use in the language subject, because in the language subject for getting the meaning of difficult word we use the dictionary. So whenever we search the word, we go in a particular way so that we can find out that word easily. So in a programming you can use the dictionary. So in that dictionary we can have some set of value, and we will refer the particular identity for that value. So that is what the dictionary. So here in the dictionary you see some points are there. So here the first point is that they have the key and values. They have the key and values, and key and values contain any types of value. So first we will see what is key and value. So dictionary name is suppose D, and it start with the curly bracket. So here first we use the key. Suppose my key is 1 colon, and then after that we use value. Value you can use anything. Okay, suppose in double quote I am using value this one. So here for key also you can use this such kind of value. You can use any type of value. So I have written here contain any types of value for the key as well as values. So means it can take a decimal point. So here in place of 1 you can write a decimal point like 1.1. in place of 1 you can write in double quote double A also, any kind of value. Then my second key is suppose 3, and the value for that is double B. Next key is 4, and its value is, so these are the values. So once I press enter, then you see here you are getting the key along with the values. So here 1, 3, 4 they are the keys, and they should be unique. You cannot repeat that. For example, in a class the roll number having unique value, two students cannot have the same roll number. So the roll number is nothing but key. So here 1, 3 and 4 these are the key. They cannot be repeated. Here that double A, double B, double D these are the values, and 1, 3, 4 these are the key. So here suppose D, and it will be treated as a index value. Okay, so suppose here if I write D1, so you are getting that particular value also. So here the second point is key are immutable. Immutable means once you assign the key you cannot change. 1, 3, 4 keys will be same, because it will be treated like a index value. So here when you write D1 it will return A. When you write suppose here D4 it will return that D value. Suppose if you write D2, so that you know this value is not existing, so you get the error message. Got that? So here we will see the third point, the values are mutable. So whatever the values are there, here you can change that, it is mutable. So here D1 value, so that D1 value, suppose if I write like that, and now we check the dictionary. So in that position 1 you are getting HH in place of AA. So it is mutable, means the values are mutable but the key is not key is not changeable, because keys means they are nothing but the identity. Okay, so here we have seen this point, and here the dictionary, once I press here dot, whatever the methods are there under the dictionary, that you can get it here. There is a clear method, copy, various methods are there. So by using this method, by using this list of method, you may get the idea whether it is mutable or immutable. So many methods are there, you can use it in your programming. So I am just taking get method that we frequently use. So here this is the dictionary name dot get. So here suppose I want the element first one. Okay, so here this is the key value. So that is 1. So in that 1, which element is stored, which value is stored? Double A. So you are, sorry, later on we updated, that is double H. So we are getting the output double H. Suppose here I type d dot get in bracket, suppose my key is 3, then you are getting the value double B. So in this way you can access double D also. But here I write d dot get, and in the key position 2 there is no element. So once you use that key value, then what happen? You are not getting any result. But suppose if you write d of suppose 3, so you are, sorry, d of 2, because in 2 key values, in key of 2 there is no value, so you are getting the error if you do like that. But if you use d dot get with the 2, you are not getting the error. So that one get method is more useful here. And suppose if I write d dot get, so as you know, in the second key there is no element, and you write here message not found. For example, if you are accessing any data from website and there is no element there, you get the message not found. If you are searching anything in the Google search engine and this information is not available, you get the message not found. Or if any website is not available, you get the message not found. So same thing will happen here. If you are searching the key 2, but here you get the message not found, because this is exactly not available. So in this way you can use the get method, that is very useful in the dictionary. So in the dictionary you can search the atom easily by using this key. So that's why it is known as a dictionary, because in the dictionary we use the key and value, and by using this key you can search easily any element, any value. So that the reason its name is dictionary. And you can use any kind of values for key, means any types of values you can use for the key and dictionary. So that is what the concept of dictionary, and it is very useful concept. So I hope, dear student, you understood the concept of dictionary. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Thank you.